Hey everyone, Win here. This video was recorded on November 4th of 2022. Again, some of the information is a bit lackluster and outdated, of course, so let's talk about that. Number one, our friendship is reciprocal, which means that we trust each other, we respect each other with 100% respect, of course. Obviously, there's some things that we haven't really mentioned from the lesson or learning thing, but, this is just something that we like to do, obviously. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
Recording. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Everybody Boys podcast. We have a very special episode from what we usually start, obviously, compared to what we usually do back in the day. We have the original trio of boys. We got Kiro, and we have Caldwin today with us. The original trio between all three of us, actually, which is fucking awesome, obviously.
Going way back.
Going way back, obviously. And today's episode is the origins of the Everybody Boys and friends today. Is how our little friend group came into a bit of a big group, obviously. Do you guys want to start, or you want me to start this sucker off?
You can go ahead and start.
Yeah, so the Everybody Boys group was created back in 2013, and it was first originally started with me and a few of small friends, actually. It started between two people, both voluntary. We wanted to make pretty much this group where we stood out from everyone else, because back in the day we were kind of raging delinquents. More so, we fucking hated the world, so we decided, let's make a group about it. And then it went from that to a small. It didn't appear for the next few years or so, and then it popped back up in 2016 when I met Caldwin, and well, obviously that popped off from there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember meeting you back in middle school, Kiro, when we first met. It was fucking awkward. Goddamn.
Yeah, meeting in the cooking class or whatever, and then
I believe it was the cooking class, I think.
Yeah, cooking class, and then also we started hanging out together with a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, it was mostly associative. It was just
Mm-hmm.
it was mostly associative and friends with benefits, which honestly, like all of us coming together, we're associates. Like, we were chill with each other, so we kind of just popped off from there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a few things that kind of came up for there when I kind of stuck away from that group. Was the fucking man, how when I first started to make more friends, I started to pick which friends of mine were good, and obviously most of the time it was just situational or individual, mostly, like, and interactional. It wasn't really environmental unless it was something that was really fucking bad, which back in middle school I was heavily bullied, so I kind of just stayed away from a couple of those groups and decided to pick some of my own. And that's how I met you, Kiro, and I met another guy who's on our server, which we call Zero, and he still is one of our important guys out of the Everybody Boys group.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you met him. I believe you met him, actually. I do remember that. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it was something, actually, which is pretty fun. I mean, and then we kind of met in high school. There. I met Caldwin, of course. I met Caldwin, and then we kind of just popped off from there. All of us got together. We bought over a fucking internet show. We got together and we started talking about, like, Ruby and anime and all this other,
doing a friggin', I guess, RP.
Yeah,
with
RP, D&D mostly. Yeah, RP.
Yeah, D&D.
D&D. Yeah. Do you remember that, Caldwin?
Well, vaguely, but still, I remember most of it being cringe.
Yeah, man. I remember sitting in class. It was like a social studies class. We were sitting in that class, and
yeah,
we literally all of us sat right next to each other.
Bro, I was like just minding my own business, and then I just took like right next to you, you were right next to Kiro, and then I saw you watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I was like, hey yo, is that Yu Yu Hakusho, my
Yeah.
boy?
I
Mhm.
was like, yeah. I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
And that's how.
Yeah, was that history class with like the super liberal teacher
Yeah.
that like everyone hated?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated her guts too, not gonna lie. I hated her guts, honestly. She hated my guts, honestly. I'll be honest about it. She hated my guts, and I hated her back, so it wasn't,
Yeah.
wasn't something else.
Honestly, I didn't care much about the teacher. I just found the class boring as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
class
well,
was,
it was.
it was very boring. It was not that fun, honestly. It was kind of ridiculous how we needed to take that class over social. I would pick social studies over literally this entire thing.
Well, I think you could have taken the like a different class for it, but like that one was only like 2 semesters or whatever versus 3, so
It was like I think it was like a first year thing where like people were just coming
Yeah.
and they would have to take it. It was
yeah.
kind of stupid. But
And the thing was, I thought we all had different classes, but when I went up to English class, I always just saw you right after.
Mhm.
Yo.
Yeah, that was our interactions during high school were the best.
Mhm.
I can tell you that much.
I mean, it's basically unfiltered cringe, but also good times.
It was very unfiltered and it was very dark and we got messed up.
I don't know.
English class was something else. That was fun. At least we get to write our own stories and
Yeah.
45. you don't know. You remember that joke, right?
Mhm.
Where the ending of the story, my story, I think it was the
Oh
father
man,
committed suicide. I think in my book actually.
that was so like edgy.
I
Because
know,
like I
it's
think
so
like we
edgy
wrote
as
like the
fuck.
same story and it was so edgy.
It's so edgy as fuck. Meanwhile,
Like,
I'm making
heck-
another story about fucking a bunch of students fighting over each other, and it's a bunch of demons and sci-fi shit.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, it's called Future Guardian. You should take a look at it.
Heck yeah. You got a like a channel like or like
Yeah,
a chat for that or
yeah,
something?
yeah. I can make a chat for it at some point when I'm done.
Heck yeah,
finishing
be like
working
a like
out.
an editing chat or something.
Yeah, I can do that.
That'd be pretty sick.
But yeah, there were a lot of factors that kind of like affected our friendship in a way when we first met each other. Like we went through a lot of robotic stuff, as well as obviously you did a lot of robotic stuff. The quality of our friendship went from really really close friends to a lot of like online stuff because of the pandemic. As you probably already know, we kind of went for the rest of the school year, the last of our senior year, throughout online classes and of course our Zoom meetings and Discord. Obviously, we mostly use Discord mostly for the last half of school, which is real. It was very sad, of course, because of course for you, Kiro, you got to do some fun stuff while I'm sitting here working on voice acting.
I mean, yeah, enlisting during the pandemic was interesting to say the least. Like it wasn't the smoothest process, and then in boot camp we had to have like masks and stuff, which was a good thing and also a bad thing because like they couldn't see you like smiling or anything.
Yeah,
So like it was pretty nice for that.
It's ridiculous.
Interesting was breathing was an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst. I mean, during that time, we mostly played video games on, obviously. So the quality of our friendship, it started to change because of the pandemic, of course, which is environmental stuff, of course, which is which is really sad, of course. But most of the time, our relationships between each other were mostly in person, mostly half the time, typically. But it was mostly mixed mode stuff. But yeah, there was some other stuff that kind of did happen over the few years that we've been friends, of course, and that is obviously the drama, of course. Of course, our friendship stages and how we became friends. Of course, we pretty much became friends during our teenage years, mostly. It's high school is by far one of the most important in terms of making friends, because there are some people that you can just be friends with for fucking 30 to 35 years. I met some people that had their high school years like as D&D partners, and they had them for like 50 plus years. Like, Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I hope we can do the
Friggin-
I hope we can do the same for us three. Like, I hope we can be
Mhm.
friends for the next like 40 plus years, man. Tell you that right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
The power. No persona though.
Persona.
Persona.
Yeah. Arsene.
But
Man, it's
but yeah, coming back to the States, I'm hoping to hang out with you guys again.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We could definitely hang
Yeah.
out again
Yeah, you're coming back for like Thanksgiving, right?
No, I'm coming back next year.
next year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
During
Yeah, no, this-
like May or June, I believe.
yeah, sometime around then.
Yeah. So yeah, we do have Anime Minneapolis, May 26th to the 28th. We do have that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool to go to.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to go to.
Yeah, well, we got some other friends, and more friends came along the way, such as, obviously we had that D&D club, we had robotics, we had, of course, our little
The gaming club,
the gaming club, which
bro, that
Gaming club.
popped off.
that popped the fuck off, man.
Gaming club was just
Yeah,
It was,
legit best.
it was
yeah, that was when
best.
Cobalt freaking started that up, and
Oh, Cobalt, that man is a fucking Chad, and I fucking respect him. That man's a
legend.
If there's anyone who made a great club, a great community, it would be Cobalt.
yep,
He's a legend.
yeah, it got kind of crazy senior year though, I guess, because
Yeah.
like we added so many more people and stuff. It just
Dude,
popped
man,
off.
Man, that last
Like-
year, man. Holy shit.
We had a Wii Sports tournament, if I remember.
Yeah, we did our
Mhm.
Wii Sports. We had a
Yep.
Smash tournament. We had like fucking Under Night, Blaze Blue,
DBZ fighters.
Fighters. Holy
That's how I got into
shit.
DBZ fighters. It's freaking.
DBZ Fighters is fucking fun, man. I'll tell you that right now. It's fun.
Mhm.
But all we honestly, the drama behind that shit, not even gonna dare touch that.
Oh, there was drama. What?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
What?
What was it?
It was with
No.
it was with Toei specifically, but Toei forced Funimation into pretty much putting Johnny Young Bosch as, there's some rumors about that. There's some leaked documents of that with Funimation, aka now Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like fucking Kill la Kill If, fucking damn, man, it's crazy shit. I mean,
Sag.
Yeah, but the main focus was, I guess, Smash. That's how it all began.
of course, it's a Smash
Yeah,
Brothers.
Began with like it was Project M pretty much that we were playing, right?
Yeah, Project M. Yeah, it was Project M first, and then it jumped from Project M to Smash Ultimate, and then it kind of just split off. We even had a Call of Duty tournament at some point, which
I don't think I was there for that one, but
I mean, I think it was Call of Duty Ghosts, I believe, and I did not partake in that either. We also had fucking
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh and Uno.
yeah.
I don't know how that jumped from fucking Smash to Yu-Gi-Oh in like 2 days. It's
It was just.
crazy.
It was
I
just.
mean, it's just like, hey, you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh next week? Yeah.
Yeah, man, let's do it. Yeah, so it was mostly that type of level of friendship. Mostly for us, especially, it was just associative. We just liked what we liked, and we just popped off from that. We never really like sat down and had a conversation like, oh, hey, what's your political affiliation? Hey, man, what do you drink, man?
Blue Moon. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the drinking age in Japan is 20, so I can do it all the time.
God damn it, Kiro. I have to wait a whole another year. God damn it.
Perks. There are some perks in the military.
Oh yeah. And speaking of which, I have a couple questions for you guys actually. When it comes to picking your friends mostly, just picking your friends typically, how do you guys feel about just like oh, you see someone that you don't like, or you just see them as friends, or you just see them as acquaintances? Like, how do you feel about that shit?
Honestly, I've been dealing with like a couple like recent events where like some friendships have kind of been like broken recently, and like it's making me like really like take into perspective like who you actually choose to hang out with and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really important to see and recognize who your friends actually are, because some of them can just fucking. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
like some people can just like ghost you like that, and it's like.
Or they can just disappear and like 10 days later they're just like, why the fuck did you do this? Even though it's like, dude, the drama's already over. It doesn't even involve you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, if I know I told you guys about the whole situation a few years ago with you probably know who, but yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told
Well,
both of you guys about that. And I'm pretty sure. I remember one time that person had messaged you, Caldwin, if I was correct. I remember you talking to me about that a few years ago, and it was pretty awkward.
Oh, I vaguely remember. Vaguely. It's been a while, so
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
So
that person goes under a different name now and has a complete seriously has a different Twitter account, has a different Twitch account, and a different Discord now. They completely like cut
Man.
off like everything.
Just completely changed their online persona right there, I
They
guess.
literally changed their entire face mask.
really just
Like
decided,
That's crazy.
hey,
It was
take over.
probably involuntary or external, typically, if I were to see it, mostly from that perspective. Mostly, it's just something that that is very important when it comes to that level of just friendship in general, typically, because you never know what they truly are feeling until you truly get to know them. Which, if you as you probably already know, there has been some drama over the past few months with me and some couple people from the Everyboy Boys. There has been some things. I will not mention names, but you might never know.
It kind of comes with the territory when it grows so much on like this scale, you know.
Yeah, when you have those friend groups that are like fucking massive, like
Mhm.
it's almost like a mob in a way, like
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
a sort of
like-
fashion.
And also like the more people you add, the more like the higher the chance is that some people aren't just going to get along, and
Yeah.
like
And it's
yeah.
true. But we can all agree that small friend groups typically are generally better than having multiple friends that have different
Yeah,
perspectives on
that is
things.
Yeah, for sure. Like having multiple small friend groups is like that's kind of how I like to play it.
Yeah, I like to play with that too, actually. Typically, I don't do massive friend groups, but if it's like one or two few people, yeah, I'll partner with them. I'll be friends with them. Like it depends typically on how you want to set that boundary when it comes to friendships. Like if you truly get to know somebody and you get to know their name and their first name basis, and you're just like, yeah, man, hey Kira, what's up, man? Like, yeah, like you want to play Smash Bros or some shit? Like, you just it's like that. But when you get to know someone, it's very difficult because you don't really know who they are underneath that mask. It's like, oh, they might be extremely perfect, but oh no, they are scummy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like something that's like kind of hard to deal with. Is where it's like you still want to be friends with them and stuff, but like you have this underlying thought where it's like, damn, this dude's kind of shitty, but like you still want to maintain that relationship with them.
Yeah. I can agree with that. It's something that's really important typically when it comes to just initiating conversations and just, all that other stuff. It's just sometimes with some friends in particular, sometimes you can just be there and just make a friend out of just like that. Just simple.
Yeah.
Just that.
Facts.
It just happens. It could be as simple as like dropping a pencil and then you just be friends with them. Like it's that simple. I'm not shitting you. That actually has happened to me.
Like, out of anime, you cannot lie to me.
It's literally. I'm not shitting you.
I mean, you just got to find like a conversation starter, pretty much.
Yeah,
And then once you get talking, then it's
like remember how we first met? I was literally watching Yu Yu Hakusho in the middle of class.
yeah.
Hey, you, oh my boy.
It's good anime. Really good anime. You should totally watch it, Dr. Bell, if you're watching this video. By the way, we are sponsored by Dr. Bell.
Dr. Bell.
Dr. Bell. Pog.
Thank
She's
you for
Pog.
thank you for the sponsorship. Yeah.
She's very Pog.
What's next? Raid Shadow Legends?
Rage.
God.
This day at the range is sponsored by Raid
Rage
Shadow.
Shadow Legends.
Oh
my
man.
goodness. And let's be honest with you. When it comes to friendships and all that other stuff, when the processes of just receiving stuff, gifts, hanging out, all that other stuff, friends with benefits, for example, like, see, for example, again, like there are some times where you have a friend and they're the opposite gender or something else that happens, and then you get to know each other, and then, you start getting really close, and then that happens, typically.
Mhm.
That does happen.
Well, what's weird too is like sometimes like it can take like several years. Like you're friends for several years, and then all of a sudden like some events happen, and now you're together.
Yeah,
We just-
I've heard some stories of just like the best part of it. There have been some stories that I've been hearing from some friends of mine that literally they just click, and that's that. Seriously.
Mhm.
But yeah, but there are some situations that do happen that cause unfriending to happen. Like voluntary, involuntary, external, internal. It happens. With my ex especially, that was mostly external, involuntary stuff. That was mostly external stuff, mostly. The emotions were still there, that were internal, but most of the time it was external, involuntary. I was like, no, I'm done. Simple as that. I quit. Simple as that. And it ties between the whole friendship and just communication in general, typically. Like, you'll never know how open you truly are if they don't get to know you. It's simple as that. Like, if you're a type of guy or type person who's super blunt and the other person's like avoiding you as much as possible, that says a lot.
Mhm.
Just like oh, you're on a standstill, or you're making you're in the circumstantial age where you're just here like, I don't want to talk about that anymore. You mind your business and I mind mine stuff. Like that could happen.
Mhm.
I'll be honest about that. But let's talk about some of the things that we like to do as friends, mostly how this group started to really pop the fuck off compared to some of the other things that had been happening at that school, of course, especially with that school in particular. That school has done some really messed up shit, and man, if it wasn't for you guys, man, I would have been protesting. I would have done something I would not be proud of.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'd say like it was really that environment that like built this friend group up pretty much,
Yeah,
and then we've just been adding.
and adding more and more people, and we started to gain a bit of each other's like personalities a little bit. We started to like be more like, I don't know, hyperactive, I guess. Kind of.
Mhm.
We started to see what we liked, and we started popping up from that. We literally got together every freaking day to talk about Ruby.
Yeah.
Yep.
I swear to God, like
It was like back
For a while there, yeah.
for
like that when Ruby was popping off.
like
Mhm.
two whole years, like we've been talking about it, like Volume 4, Volume 5, and then Volume 6 came around. Like, oh, I'm gonna keep my hands clean. I do not want the Ruby fans to come eviscerate us. Let's be honest here.
Good thing I jumped the boat.
Good thing I fucking left. I fucking disappeared from that.
This hiatus has been so long too, like because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, not actually. If you see some of the shit that's been happening recently, apparently the animators have been crunching more time into Ruby than before. Like,
Yeah, but like
jeez.
season 8 came out like
Season 8
last
had,
year,
like,
2 years
yeah,
ago.
2 years ago, at least a year ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah. It was a year ago if I remember.
Mhm.
Around a year ago. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we started to like intertwine with each other and started to like, oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we just talk about like the stuff that we like enjoy, mainly like anime and video games and stuff, and then
and
then we'd
lots and lots of shooters. We got
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
dark during that time. Now we're just talking. Now we're just talking about anime and waifus and all this other shit.
Yeah.
As you can tell by my awkward profile picture.
Yeah.
That yeah, I mean, if anything, I think the best part about our relationship, about us three being really good friends, is how well we click from each other. We play a lot of video games with each other, so we kind of just shitpost during the early days. But now we don't really do it anymore, and it's just like we've been busy with life and
Yeah.
school.
This is
Yeah, I feel really bad because like the last like 2 years I've been kind of distant just because like the military has taken up a lot of my time.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
that is understandable.
That is
yeah,
very
and
understandable.
especially now with the time zone difference, like it's really only like Saturday and Sunday that I can like talk to people back home.
Yeah.
So
And unfortunately, I'm working during that time. So
yeah.
fortunately, I can't really. We can
And-
still send texts and stuff, but not
Mhm.
really anything else, really.
Yeah, and I need to like build my online presence a little bit more. Like
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be like a lurker, honestly, and, like just kind of like not post anything, just enjoy like looking and stuff.
Just looking, just keep it a little
But no,
bit.
I do need to interact a little bit more. I'm gonna be trying to.
You know, with college life kicking my ass at the moment, as I become mostly a lurker because college time is just almost all the time.
Yeah.
And then we have me, who's just base as fuck and uploads videos every other week. and
Hell yeah.
I can buy my time really well, actually.
Mhm.
I've been popping the fuck off lately.
At least you get
Hell
time.
Make time for you guys, record videos, upload them to YouTube, and
Man, this group has really come a long way.
we have come a long way from the little group that we had back in the day. It was like 1 or 2 people, and then it jumped from like 1 all the way to 10.
1 to 10 to like 15, 20.
15, 20, and now 30.
Oh my gosh, is it actually 30
I
people now?
finished her 30, yeah. Yep.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
We're almost close to 40. We're almost close to 40. 40 people.
Holy shit.
When the gamers unite.
Yeah, there has been a
Jesus.
small purge of people from the server. So again, it used to be more than that, but now it's like I think like it's like 5 people left. I think so. We were close to we were close to 50 at one point. So yeah, it was.
Bro.
We start to bond. We got really close with each other. We started playing video games with each other too, which is just great. We had actual in real. So pretty much. How we do things is that every few months or so we have a real life meeting and an online meeting. So pretty much what we do for this group is that every year or two, I would have a meetup. So pretty much I would be the one taking in charge. So it could be any day that I could plan it that I'm open typically with you guys. Typically, it could be a day where I'm open and you guys are not open and I'm like, whatever, I'll do it myself. But at some point, we need to start getting the Everybody Boys back together for some real life meetups at some point, and make some.
Yeah, for sure. And next year, yeah, I'll definitely be down for that.
Hell yeah, man, dude, man, you should not. You will not believe how many videos I have planned for next year, man. Holy shit!
No more. Count me in.
I literally have a GoPro for that reason. I literally have a GoPro for that reason, just to record it. We're literally about to become an anomaly at this point. We're literally about to become an anomaly.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together, man. We're currently at the differentiating stages right now, currently, where we come back together and we share our, I'm having my friends over, we're doing dumb shit. We're chugging 10 bottles of Mountain Dew Code Red and playing Magic the Gathering on a Friday night till 1:30 a.m.
Hey, that's when it gets lit.
That's when it gets fucking lit. That's when it really good. We're not drunk, you're high on caffeine, and you passed out on the floorboard. That's something else.
Hell yeah.
Dude, man, it's gonna be fucking terrible when we're old enough to drink. Jesus Christ. It's not gonna be fun.
I'm already learning you gotta take it in moderation, man.
You don't want to get too lit.
Yeah, doing it like back-to-back weekends and like that's not it,
That's
man.
not, yeah. I mean, that's not it, really, typically.
Yeah.
And I think we should talk about a really good topic that we should all really discuss about typically for, our little friend group, of course,
Mm.
is there is one thing that I would want to discuss about, and that is let me double check this real quick. There is one thing that I want to discuss about that is super important, and that is, like, our similarities with each other, as well as how our friendship, like, how other things impact that, like other things that do happen that could affect our relationship, like other things that are outside of our control, like situations, that do happen, that could happen or may happen or start to happen at some point. As you probably already know, with the whole situation between me and my the other people that I'm not going to mention, of course, that was a whole shitstorm. How do you guys feel about that? Like that is something that I would like to know.
Calvin, you want to go first, or?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So, like, honestly, like, how I've seen how like my main friend groups like kind of die, and like especially in the military is like when you get like separated like physically. That's when like it really gets kind of hard, and you have to put in like that effort to actually like keep the friendship up, like keep the long distance friendship going, pretty much. And then also like if you're not like interacting like regularly, I guess then friendships can kind of uh like kind of fade away a little bit, I guess. But I don't know. Even though like I don't like interact too much with the Everybody Boys. Like recently, like I still try to pop in every now and then. So I mean that could be like true, or it could be like not. I don't know. Like
Yeah, that could.
that's just how I see it. Yeah.
What about you, Colin? Get any?
How I see it, well, considering I have college and all that, college takes up a lot of my time. I joined in from time to time also, but mostly I'm like behind the scenes kind of guy now, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been something. I mean,
Yeah,
again, with the whole social capital thing and some of the resources and what a group can have, it could really affect our relationships, and that is a great topic to discuss with a lot of the people involved. As well, as you probably already know, I'm making another video. I have another video planned, of course, where I'm talking about Catherine Fullbody and how romantic relationships and other relationships can get impacted because of that, actually, which is something else. I'll tell you that what. Big, really big story to look about.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
there have been some external forces that have been a big problem with with many of the Everybody Boys group, as you probably already know. Earlier within a relationship, as you probably already know, there have been several problems with some teachers and individuals that we will not mention. As you probably know, earlier on we had a little bit of an issue with a certain teacher involving a friend group. So it was something else.
Hmm.
Which, yeah, I mean, most of the time it was we mostly sit around at the cafeteria, just dicking around, having fun, shit posting. Mostly shit posting. You should see some of the shit posting
I mean,
videos that.
while the lunch food was kind of dog shit, the time like just hanging out, that was just perfect.
It was the fucking life, man. We need to do that at some point. I mean, we still do it now with the Ruda Boys, where we would go to like restaurants and stuff and like eat food there and pay our food there. But
Mhm.
it wasn't as good as back then. We would just sit down and just do dumb shit instead of just chatting. Like, I know, Colvin, for you've experienced it yourself. We played Uno.
Yeah.
We kind of did. We played Uno there.
We, I literally just bought Uno Flip and it was like, hey yo, let's
Yo,
do it.
hey, yo, want to play Uno Flip? I'm like, hell yeah, sure, why not?
Do an Uno stream or something.
Like, hell, we need to do that shit at some point. Yo, Cart's been thinking about doing an Uno stream for like 5 weeks now, and I have not planned one yet.
bro.
You got to do it. You have to, man.
We just gotta do it.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh god. All right. You know what? I got an idea. Hold up a second.
We're gonna turn this podcast into like do like a separate podcast, I guess, with the not a podcast, but like a live stream.
Yeah.
After this.
we did it. We did a live stream a few weeks ago on October 28th where we played Cards Against Humanity. That was a fucking shit fest. I'll tell you that right now. We played Cards Against Humanity. Now it was a shit fest.
Good old Ka.
Good old Ka. But yeah, I've been thinking about we could do Uno. We could do Uno at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You guys want to do some Uno, maybe?
As a
Heck
matter,
yeah.
like the pack, I still have that pack. It's just sitting in my backpack right now as we speak.
I have Uno Flip as well, and I also have Uno Wild. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's very fucking fun. I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, baby.
Pull out the freaking dose.
Oh yeah, I just saw an ad for Uno where they're doing royal cards now,
Oh
like with
god.
and all that.
I
I'm
mean,
just-
like,
I'm just like,
I mean, it kind of just popped off from there. Like the stages of our friendship. Like we literally went to the intensifying stage, like that. I don't know how, but it's something.
it do be like that.
It do be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you guys feel about going off topic? How do you guys feel about other like video games as of recently? Because we haven't really like sat down and have a conversation about that stuff. You know?
I'm hyped for the new Pokemon game.
Oh, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That looks pretty dope.
Imagine just Pokemon motorcycle. It's real now. Deal.
Also Protocol and Dead Space remake. Ooh, baby. Oh man, I'm about to have a Dead Space livelihood right now, man. Woo, baby.
Recently, I've been playing Ultra Kill, and that shit is so much fun.
Man, I've been playing motherfucking Persona 5 Royal on my Switch.
And recently, I just got Bayonetta 3. I'm enjoying that shit too.
Man, Bayonetta 3.
Didn't-
I need to buy that.
There's so much drama with that, dude. There's so much drama with Bayonetta 3 is stupid.
But man,
like-
have you seen Guilty Gear? Guilty Gear Strive got drama recently. All the games are getting drama recently. Fuck, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Didn't they have drama with Bridget? Like,
Fucking
ugh.
gross.
Yeah, with Bridget and Aaron Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
bruh moment.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I'm sticking my head out of that. I ain't gonna touch that shit.
Yeah. Literally everyone in the barracks is playing like the new Modern Warfare game, so like
Modern Warfare 2.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
game's popping off.
I'm also excited for like Tekken 8 because that
Tekken
looks
8,
so.
Yeah. Ready for that shit.
Damn.
I'm about to Doria my enemies to oblivion.
Do
Doria.
ya? Do ya?
Bruh.
I'm kind of excited for Outlast, actually.
Oh yeah. Wait. Isn't the Outlast Trials already out?
The beta.
Oh, it's the beta.
It's
Never
the
mind.
beta right now. Currently, you have one mission out right now. Currently, and it looks
Yeah.
really good to me.
I mean, Outlast Trials actually, it looks good, and I like how they have, instead of a camera, it's like a lens thing now.
Yeah, it's a lens. It's pretty much the night vision goggles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, baby, that's something else. I mean, we haven't really gotten anywhere close to romantic relationships because we're fucking virgins, man. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna do anything about that mostly, but we're probably gonna be discussing mostly about
I mean
just general communication stuff mostly for all of us mostly like the best thing I would say if you're looking for the right choice of friends, I would say typically is picking your friends that are in this case closer to you than you are to them. That is the best. I think it's more of like an experience thing mostly. Like if you prefer friends that are super more chill, less aggressive, that type of stuff, like there are some people that are like that. Or if you like someone like me who is energetic 24/7 and has no chill whatsoever, Even though I kind of have some chill every once in a while. That's something. It typically comes with experience, typically, when it comes to age groups and all that other stuff. Typically, it's something.
Hmm.
It's something.
Yeah, and like even the diversity of your friend group, like it can be so like diverse and like you can all still be friends. It's just really interesting to see sometimes.
I've seen friends that are like our friend group is super diverse as fuck. Like,
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
I-
I think during our school year we were by far one of the most diverse groups of people that we've all gotten together. Like, I think we were. Sheesh. Like the gaming club, man, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there coming from like all different like groups and stuff. It was.
Different backgrounds, different groups, different
Mm-hmm.
experiences. Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, I may have joined like the club late, but oh my god, yeah, that was a lot of people.
I mean, even before that, I mean, D&D club was very diverse, I would say.
Yeah,
And rip the anime club. Ripped. Man, that
yeah.
club doesn't
Oh
stand a
man,
single fucking chance.
Don't remind
no.
don't remind me of the cringe.
Man, this is why we can literally do an anime session on Discord now. We can literally do that now.
Hmm.
We can literally do that now. I can literally just make an activity on Discord and just have a full fucking live stream for that shit. Instead of like staying like 2 hours like at a high school where you're permanently watched and there's restrictions on what can you watch. And it's like, bro, man, you just come on a Discord, man, and watch motherfucking literally just put in like Attack on Titan or some shit.
Yeah.
There was some hype with it, but
There was. I mean, that's how I found out about Anime Minneapolis. That's how I found out about it. But
mhm.
but there's Anime Detour. There's Anime Central. There's Galaxy Con. There's Twin Cities Con. As you probably know, Aaron Zek, the voice of Blake, is coming to Twin Cities Con in November, 2 weeks from now. As well as Johnny Youngbosch, the voice of Ichigo and Leo. And
Nero. The
Nero,
boy
the boy Nero, the deadweight Kun himself is coming to Twin Cities Con, which I won't be attending, but fuck it, man, I want to. You would not believe how much I want Johnny Youngbosch and Erica Mendez to come up to Minnesota. You would not believe how much money I would pay for that to happen.
Yeah, I feel you.
Mm.
So
I would
much
love
fucking
to
pay.
meet Daniel Southworth, the voice actor of Virgil. Oh my god. Imagine meeting him.
I mean,
Like,
That would
I
be
mean,
pretty
it's funny
sick.
because Quentin Flynn, the voice of Raiden from Metal Gear, is coming to Anime Minneapolis next year.
damn, just
Quentin
so
fucking Flynn!
motivation at max.
Man, he's literally just standing here. I realize you were just like me, trying to make history.
Yes.
The punching man. All you know is just Senator Armstrong.
It's cringe or be cringe.
I said my sword was a tool of justice. This wasn't my sword. Now I have a big question for you, Kiro. I want to ask
What's
you
up?
this, all right?
What's up?
But what's really funny is that when it comes to friendships, I've made so many friends at Anime Minneapolis. You would not believe how many friends I've made there. It's ridiculous. It's
All right.
I at least made at least like 10 friends that day for that entire weekend. 10 friends, about 5,000 people, man. Like when it comes to opportunities and making friends, you could literally just like walk in to like an anime convention, or like even better, like Friday Night Magic, or like events that like bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know for a fact that there was an ad for specifically where we are specifically. There was an ad where they would literally bring people together just so they can date. Like, I'm not shitting you. Like, I'm not shitting. They literally pair people up and like, all right, you're
Like
together.
matchmakers, pretty
Yeah,
much.
literally matchmakers. They just push you together. Like, all right, you're with this person for the next 3 days. Have at me.
I don't know how successful that would be, but
Yeah, I'm not shitting you.
It's like 50-50. Yeah, it could work. It could
work,
not.
could not work. I mean,
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, retreats, medical stuff like that. I mean, seriously, man, hell, man, that level of disclosure and trust when it comes to that level of stuff, which is super important for a lot of us. Even support groups are important. You need them. You need your friends. All right,
Mhm.
treat them with respect. If there's anything I hate worse than if there's anything I hate more, it's treating my friends without any respect whatsoever. That's the one thing I
Yeah.
hate. Not giving my friends any respect that they deserve. Like, for example, like, oh, are you available to join us in a Cards Against Humanity, that shit? Like, no, I'm busy right now. Like, that's cool, man.
Hmm.
But
I don't know. There's some miscommunication sometimes, and that kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
I'm really glad you attended today's podcast, man.
well, thank you for having me, man. Like
Yeah, get the
we've been wanting to do this for a while, and it's like it just hasn't worked out every time. But
last 4 or 5 months has been like, oh, we've been getting together. Oh, we haven't been able to get together because we've been busy and all this other
Yeah.
stuff. You know.
The side of being an adult.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. that's really it.
It's gonna be a short episode today because I want to be able to send this in to Dr. Bell so Dr. Bell doesn't have to see this video and all this other stuff. But thank you for Dr. Bell for allowing me to make this video and for today's special podcast, and is to shout her out, as well as the original boys. Getting the original boys back together. Me, Coldsman, and you, Kira, we're all this together. We're the boys, original trio,
Mhm.
my squad.
Yup, me and the boys.
Me and the boys.
Absolutely.
Me and the boys making a podcast at 7:30.
Hell yeah.
I mean, for you, it's something else. You, it's a different time zone.
9 in the morning, man.
Yeah, dude,
Legendary.
here's me
9
and
in the morning on a Saturday.
Hell yeah, dude.
like you now, me and you will be knocked the fuck out, and then you will be doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah. You were doing whatever.
Hitting
you
the
do.
town pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, this will be the end of our little special episode on today's Everybody Boys podcast. Thank you for everyone for attending.
Yeah, thanks.
It was
Take
fun.
care.
Mhm.